Hello and welcome to Mom's Car. Not my mom's car, but my children's mom's car. Today we have, very fittingly, as she was the first guest ever on Armchair Expert, my beloved wife, the queen of all queens, Kristen Bell. I mean, I don't really need to say it, but Frozen, and Nobody Wants This, and Die Hard, and Legends of the Fall, and Jaws. Please enjoy Kristen Bell. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check your phones in your pocket before leaving the house. Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North America Insurance Co. and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois. I want people to know how much you love this car. You could drive any kind of car you wanted, and obviously, as a car lover, I would always want to buy you a very nice car, but tell me about your car a little bit.
Anyone who sees you in this little hot rod knows
They're horny.
that everybody likes it. Well, I'll tell you why I like it. She's small enough for me to park anywhere I want on your lawn if I so desire.
Yeah.
I feel good about zipping around town. I don't feel like tight or invasive. Or if I drive an SUV, I'm always a little scared I'm going to kiss the curbs, mainly because I'll kiss the curbs.
Sure.
She wasn't born a beauty queen, okay?
The Bolt?
No.
Okay.
I don't mind scratching her up. Look at the ceiling. Lincoln once tried to clean it and then never wiped the cleaner off the ceiling, so it almost looks like white splatter paint.
It looks like she used wax to try to clean it.
Yeah.
As two previous car detailers, that looks like someone definitely put
There's also
sprayed wax on it.
There's a huge scratch back here, which I don't know if one of our daughters owns some sort of a blade.
She's bringing a blade to school?
Or
you would never know how compact the car actually is by sitting in it. It's
spacious.
the roomiest, and then you look at it outside, and it's a little
It might be part of the sim.
cute baby.
Have you seen, this is a really good sim GIF. GIF?
Jiff.
A city bus is the same width as a car. They're in the same lane. Maybe it's 6 inches wider. Why is there 2 seats, a hallway,
Look at the road.
and 2 seats on the left when we're touching shoulders?
Oh my God.
I don't think it's the same. I mean, I see your point, but I don't think it's the same width.
But it's only
You'd agree we're
inches?
taking up 80% of the width of this lane. And then a bus is maybe taking up...
No, because look at the car in front of us. That car is taking up 65%, 60%.
Okay. Well, I do know the width of a bus.
Offhand?
Because we have one, yeah. I think it's 102 inches.
We should measure this car and see the difference.
Why don't you, we could chat it.
So this
and
is
find
the
out
same
width.
size as your bus.
Well, it's like a foot.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'll give it a foot, honey. But
Okay.
where's the extra 3 feet inside? If we were on a bus, there'd be 2 other people
There's
over
I'd
there.
have to
and
put my
all-
glasses on to see
In
you.
between a bus is like this much, barely for your hips. No, it's not 3 feet.
Well, hon, there's 2 seats. There's a hallway. Then there's 2 seats across the hallway.
Yeah.
And look at Aaron and I. Imagine there's a hallway next to him, and then Aaron and I are over there.
Yeah, I just don't think bus seats are that roomy.
They're not as roomy as this, but just imagine getting 2 more people in a hallway within an extra foot of this space.
I understand the concept.
But you do reject it wholeheartedly.
I don't think it's
Very
proof
much.
of the sim, no.
It's not the least bit confusing to you?
I'm Googling the width of a Chevy
Bolt.
I have a Bolt, not
have-
a Volt.
Do you have chat on your phone?
Yeah, 69.5 inches.
Okay.
69.5.
70 inches, and now...
Well, hold on. If we're going to be accurate, you can't start saying 70. I said 69.5.
Okay.
What is the width of a city bus?
70 inches.
62.
8 feet 4 inches.
Okay, so 80, 96.
What is 8 feet, 0.4 inches in
96.4.
inches?
100.
100.
It's 100. Oops. Oh, that was embarrassing. I was caught on camera doing the math wrong.
What
I don't know.
is
Is it happening in the same
100 minus 69.5?
Hold on, though. It was 8 feet, yeah?
Yeah.
8 feet.
That's
0.4? Or 8 foot 4 inch?
8 foot 4.
Oh, okay, 96 plus 4. I stand. So 100. So it's 30,
100
30.5.
minus 69.5.
30.5 inches.
Yeah, which
is less than 3 feet. It's 2.5 feet exactly.
Look at the car in front of us. There is easily 2.5 feet if you combine both sides.
Well, hold on 1 second, though, my love.
Okay.
30 inches is 2.5 feet.
Yeah?
Yeah. So if you added 2.5 feet in here, that would get you maybe the hallway?
I see. You're asking me to picture the inside of the bus.
Yes.
You know what our problem is and why we
What?
can't eat and why Larry Mantle would poke a Swiss cheese size hole in this story?
Yeah.
When's the last time you were on a city bus?
Hour and a half ago?
No. And we need to be on a city bus to really see if it's as spacious as we think.
Well, all I do know for certain, and I know you would agree, it's 2 seats a hallway, 2 seats. We were on those buses in Sweden.
Yeah.
Remember, in Norway? Mm-hmm. We drove all around those mountain roads. Mm-hmm. And we're in 2 captain's chairs, then there's a hallway, and then 2 captain's chairs. So I'm just curious how you put 2 more captain's chairs in a hallway in 2.5 feet.
Understood.
The airport shuttle, I was just thinking, the airport shuttle from LAX to the Uber lot is like people on both sides and luggage everywhere and a really wide hallway.
A hallway you can bring your roll-on bag on down.
But are you thinking of a school bus? Because oftentimes, or sometimes I believe, the buses, the seats face horizontally, not vertically. They face each other.
You've been on a bus where they're facing each other?
Yeah, on the airport
the
shuttles.
shuttle. You're right.
Oh, airport shuttle.
Yes.
Yes, I've been in both, and I think they often have both things.
Do you take the airport shuttle a lot?
Yeah.
To work.
Every morning.
DTW.
Have you been on a city bus as of however recently?
No, I haven't.
Right, like a metro line. Okay, back to how much you love this car, though, because I think one of the cutest things you've ever done, honey, is that we were on a hike and you had heard terrible news that they were discontinuing the Bolt, and you were panicked. And what did you ask me on the hike?
I said, should we get another one?
Oh, wait, how many?
Before.
I remember it as, should we get a couple backups?
Should we get, maybe I said 1 or 2 backups. It's not like I need, but I just got nervous that if they don't make it anymore, and I don't want a new fancy.
You don't want a better one.
I don't want to drive the Starship Enterprise. I have no interest in that. I want a car that's tactile, that has buttons that I can push, and that does what I want it to do with muscle memory. And I said, should we grab a backup
or 2
before?
Should we have 3 bolts in the driveway? Do you remember when I said you?
No. You said no.
You're stupid. Why did I marry you? Stop talking on this hike. Well, I had pointed out, and here we are now a year and a half after that conversation. In this car, I'm looking at the odometer, has 21,500 miles on it. And at the time of the conversation, the car had about 15,000 miles on it, and it was 3 years old. And I said, well, love, I think you're going to be driving that same Bolt for another 15 to 20 years at the rate of mileage you're putting on it. It's definitely going to go 150,000 miles.
And that made me feel a lot safer. But I just thought, I don't know, what if somebody steals it?
Yeah, you were thinking of it like as a great pair of shoes or any kind of fashion item that
a pair of jeans. If you find the perfect pair of jeans, you get them in another color.
Get some backups.
You ever done that, Aaron?
Duplicate.
Yeah.
You have?
I have.
Do you remember with what?
Yeah, a pair of kangaroos, and I used paper out money. They were.
Oh, you had double pairs of kangaroos?
Yeah.
The kind with a zipper on the side?
Yeah. And they said they were going out of business, and I they were like, $8
Oh my God.
at some store in Milford. So yeah, when I was a kid, I did, but I hear about this all the time. I know Ruthie will do that. Mm-hmm. I don't think I love anything enough to get two of right now.
I'm going to tell you what I love enough. I love my cute wife so much.
Oh, you ought to.
Because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be transparent. I said, hey, today when we're doing our interview, would you ask Aaron a lot of questions? Because I feel like he has sometimes left out. And it just hit me how absolutely sweet and cute it is that you're doing it, honey. Look at me. I love you. I love you. Did you ever do that, Aaron? That was so sweet.
There she goes. Thanks, Mom.
Look, I'm no Larry Mantle,
Yes,
but
you
I'll give it a
are.
shot.
There's nowhere Larry Mantle's collecting Chevy Bolts. He need a step stool to kiss your ass. Before you met Aaron and you had only heard stories that I told you early in our relationship, what was your, like, what had you pictured versus what?
I thought they definitely have hooked up.
It's not
for sure.
Yeah. It's not uncommon to think that.
Yeah. Actually, I'd be worried about if you didn't think that. As you know, my mom certainly thought. She even said at one point, I think I told you, right?
Yeah, that she was okay with it.
Well, like, so she had come in and we were snuggling in my room, as we would do. Mm-hmm. And she was like, yeah, I guess my assumption was, sure, he was trying that. We were up there. But I don't know why I thought that was so crazy. She thought that. We were snuggling.
I think my assumption, actually, there weren't assumptions. What I digested from the stories you told me about Aaron, and again, I didn't know Aaron yet, so I couldn't come to many conclusions about him, but what it read to me was that you are a fiercely loyal person and actually have way more of an open heart than you let on.
Than I advertised?
Than you advertised. Because you had found another person who, you know, the way you talked about you guys and all the mistakes you've made and the raucous you've produced around town, that you just loved this other person as a soulmate. And there's something really, really beautiful about loving someone kind of that deep and not being flippant in your friendship connections. Like, oh, Aaron's my ride or die, whether I talk to him every day or once a year.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was beautiful. I thought it was really sweet.
I could imagine where you might have had a much different picture of who he was, because of course I'm telling you the craziest stories about us every time I'm talking. Like, I'm wondering if when you met him, did you go like, oh, wow, he's so much sweeter than I was expecting? I think that's a kind of common reaction to Aaron if I've told a bunch of stories. Yeah.
Maybe, but he was always so well-rounded in how he spoke about you, because he always was like, oh, Aaron was the cutest. The cutest. All the girls liked him, and he was just the cutest boy, and he was the nicest boy, and he was the sweetest boy. You know what gets left
out a lot is the heart, the size of this guy's heart and the love he showed. Like, amazingly, I know he talks about me so much, but I can put it in perspective. Like, this is how I felt in 7th grade. The first time he came to my house, and I think you were giving me something to take to camp.
A duffel bag.
A duffel bag.
Yeah.
I felt like one of those dogs that were like, like, why is someone about to be nice to me? And I'm like,
like shaky.
Like, and then I'm like, oh, he's nice. He's being nice. He's nice. He's not judging me or doing anything but being nice.
Well, I asked Aaron, we had a class together. We had Mr. Nelson's class. That's where we really fell in love.
Yeah.
Drawing pictures back and forth. And then I asked him, are you going to go to the 7th grade camp trip? Thinking, of course, he's going to go. And this is going to be a great time for us to really develop our friendship. And then he said he wasn't going. And I think this was so vulnerable of you, and probably the start of the whole vulnerability thing. I don't know how you found the confidence to tell me you didn't want to go because you only had trash bags. Do you remember that was the reason you didn't want to go?
It's embarrassing. See, that's how beautiful the relationship was. That's you immediately. I was comfortable with you.
You also told me all the heartfelt stories about Aaron and his upbringing and the kittens and the...
Oh my God! Should we talk about the kittens?
It's too dark, I think. It's too dark.
It's among the darkest things I've ever seen.
And Aaron, to witness that and not be completely scarred by any adult you ever run into for the rest of your life is beyond me.
I think I can maybe do a really safe version to just say there were a bunch of kittens who all had leukemia, and a very, 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 very drunk,
mean
caretaker, male, decided to handle the situation with his bare hands in one fell swoop in front of us.
Sure.
I'm so glad you guys can laugh about that, but also, I one time stepped on a slug when I was 16 on accident, and I cried for about 30 minutes, and I buried it in a matchbox in my backyard. So if I had seen kittens
so cute.
taken out in front of me,
Delta doing that.
I couldn't go back to school again.
You might be paralyzed.
It'd be so much grief that I wasn't ready to handle. But Aaron, what did you think of Dax when you first met him? What was your read on him? Because he talks about himself in middle school, which is where you guys met, yeah?
Yeah.
6th grade was
as his peak. That he was really...
Oh, yeah. All downhill from 80s.
Hitting it hard.
Yeah, middle school felt like it was 20 years long.
Was he a stud? Was he as much of a stud as he says he was?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he was so cool and exerted a lot of confidence on the outside.
No.
But I felt him that maybe that confidence wasn't as confident as he made it out to be. And I just wanted to embrace him.
But our very first conversation was in the bathroom in the 6th grade hallway.
The bathroom was in the hallway?
That's not, there's a 6th grade hallway and then it has its own bathroom.
Copy.
Yeah. Keep all those perverted 8th grader boys out of there.
Yeah, Dax came in and said, and of course, when I say it, I mean, we're 11, but he's like, are you Aaron Weakley? No, he's like, are you Aaron Weakley? And I was like, fuck. I was just like, all I can remember is being in a moment like, I just need to be left alone. Like,
and I was a new kid, hon. I had just transferred to school mid-year.
He looked cool haircut. And I just thought, why? What's going on? Just leave me the fuck alone. But we had a friend, Kevin Gwynn.
Yeah.
And Kevin said to look me up.
Yeah. Well, Kevin was my best friend in 6th grade at the old 6th grade at Highland Junior High. And he said, when you get to Muir, you got to meet my friend Aaron. He's the coolest dude. He was explaining how cool he was. And Kevin was super cool. He had a crazy haircut and skateboarded. So I'm kind of like, keep my eyes out for like the coolest dude in the school. And then I was like, then I asked around and then I figured out who it was. And then I somehow found him in the bathroom. And and Aaron was a little bit nervous, I think.
Did you shake hands or anything, or were you just like, I'm Dax?
I'm Dax.
It wasn't standoffish.
No, I was just like,
Do you want to be on my team?
I'm friends with Kevin. Kevin told me to say hi to you. And then maybe Aaron just thought that mission accomplished. Like I said hi, or Aaron thought I said hi on Kevin's behalf, and that was going to be the end of it. And then, as luck would have it, then the first class I had of 7th grade was this Mr. Nelson's history class, social studies.
Yeah.
And we were seated right next to each other. I'm not sure how the ball sack cowboy pictures started, but they started right away.
Real fast.
Right away. That's an interesting thing for us to do right out of the gate.
Right.
Oh, you created that together?
Yes.
And we started passing notes.
Yeah.
Written or just drawings?
Well, a lot of them, they were drawings with situations, I guess, like with the little bubble of someone was saying something on it, but not notes like, I love you. Hi.
I'm in love with you.
I love that you're my friend.
And then, so I brought that duffel bag over. That was the first time I went over to Aaron's house. Then he came to 7th grade camp, and you could be in 2 different bunkhouses. And I was like, okay, Aaron's going to be in mine with Jack, right? Who ultimately, the three of us were all best friends, who was crazy and wild. And Aaron stayed in our bunk, but Aaron went to sleep every night pretty early before we went out and got in trouble. He didn't party yet.
But, Mom, I have to tell you, to be away from my house for a day in a few days, it was nice to get rest.
Yeah.
Without having any worries of falling asleep.
Yeah.
So, it's as sad as that sounds.
Yeah. You really find the fun in it ultimately, though, right? Because we would...
Yeah.
This one time in particular is one of my favorite memories we have is Butch was the man's name. He was annihilated at like 4 p.m. on a Thursday, and we were in Aaron's trailer, and he always claimed to have been an incredible pitcher when he was a kid, and he struck out Kirk Gibson, who's a Detroit hero, and this, he's a legend in his own mind. And he wanted to play catch with Aaron and I with a wet washcloth, because that's the kind of thing.
This was an attempt at a father-son catch. That would
get you guys closer.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like this is gonna be like father-son bonding.
Well, his intentions were much different than ours. He was tossing it to us, and we were throwing it as hard as we could at his face, and he was so hammered it was hitting him in the face every single time we threw it at him.
His face was all wilted up.
We played this game of catch for like 40 minutes, and we were just chucking it as hard as we could at his face.
With a wet washcloth?
With a wet washcloth.
You
keep wetting it down.
We were like throwing our shoulders out. We were throwing it so hard.
And laughing hysterically. And he was having a great time.
Yeah. It's the most fun I ever had with him.
And you were a really good ball player, right?
Well, that's why he always wanted to bond. Not always wanted to bond, but
intermittently.
That's where the bond was going to come from if it was going to happen over baseball with a wet washcloth. But yeah.
You didn't have a ball?
Oh, no.
I wish we would have had a ball. We would have killed him, I think. They'd throw it a baseball at his face over and over and over again.
Maybe he kind of knew that.
You ever eat at Playita?
No.
That's good.
But there are some cute restaurants and shops here.
We're going to New York in a couple weeks, Aaron, and we're so excited. Are you so excited?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I know Mom loves New York.
We don't get many trips, and this is going to be a full 4 or 5 days, Wednesday to Saturday.
We fly in Wednesday,
Like
which
not
means
a
we
working
lose
trip?
the day. It's a working trip.
It's working.
Do you know Mom is one of Time's 100 most influential people?
No.
Do you feel my
Isn't that
influence?
crazy?
I felt it since day one.
I have been heavily influenced.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fun question. Do you think, this is self-indulgent, but here we go. Can you feel Kristen's effects on me over the years?
Yes. And I'm not kidding. I have felt her effects on me.
Yeah. She's very infectious.
It's, she's turned me into a better person.
You're a really great example, hon.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, truly. I was looking at my Instagram, right? And the last 2 posts, one is of me looking cool on a motorcycle, and one is of me crying. And one has 4 million views, and one has 400,000. And I think I would have never had the confidence to embrace that side of myself publicly if you didn't enter the picture.
Because I cry all the time and I make it seem so normal.
Well, this is a fun time to say that you and I have done a complete reversal, which is when we met, you cried every 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, except.
Oh, finally.
Look at that.
Where are we at? 700 feet away from something.
Okay. I wonder if it's the same rice and barbecue that we went to yesterday.
When I saw your post the other day, I told him I cried while I was scrolling, and I cried. I didn't even have the volume. I didn't even know what he was crying about.
About a motorcycle I want.
When I started crying immediately when I saw him welted up.
I did too, and that means you have mirror neurons. But I also wonder if there's some, because it's one thing, I think they're separated issues, right? Like one thing is, do things make you cry, or do you have a bunch of guards up that allow you to not be emotionally invested? And then the second thing is your system of mirror neurons, which is when you see someone else cry, your mirror neurons, I don't want to say should, because I don't know if they should, but if they're strong, they turn on.
Yeah.
Like I've watched that video of you 2 or 3 times now, and I well up every single time. And I wonder if because you guys didn't have the adults that maybe you wanted to emulate that were safe around you, you like almost like dulled your mirror neurons because you're like, I can't mirror these people.
Well, look, I have a story, and the story is I had this older brother, and I just did not want to be a baby. I did not want to be a baby all the time. I wanted to be older. You see it with Delta. Now, imagine it's a 5-year gap. And just crying was a baby's activity. And I just decided at 9, we're not doing that because that's very babyish in front of David. But Aaron was a good crier, always.
I cried up until a year and a half ago. I was, yeah, I've always cried.
We would get sent to Bart Montani's office, the vice principal. And we would sit in there and he would yell at us and I would be stone-faced staring at him. And then Aaron would start crying and then I'd get really protective over Aaron and be defending Aaron. And it was a whole scene. I can only imagine what he thought when he came home from work. He never let us know, but he had to have thought that was cute. Two little boys in his office, 2 little bad boys in his office, and one's crying and one's trying to protect them.
Yeah, trying to stop me from crying. I'm going to go get this food.
Get this food, get this money.
Let's go make some money.
Hi.
Hi. I love you.
I love you.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
You're so good. You're asking so many questions.
He was. Bring him glass. Blowing up my spot.
Stay tuned for more Mom's Car. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. You know, it reminds me of all those times when checking first really pays off, like that time I didn't check the weather before planning a backyard barbecue. Rookie mistake. Or how about when you're about to head out on a road trip and you know to check your tire pressure first? It's those little check first moments that save us from bigger headaches later. I mean, think about it. You always check if you have your wallet before sitting down at a restaurant, right? Or make sure you've got your keys before closing the front door. These are just smart moves we all make. Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Co. and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois. Hey, parents, it's that time of year again, back to school madness. But before you start hyperventilating into a paper bag, let me tell you about a little lifesaver called Uber Eats. Right now, they're offering up to 40% off back-to-school essentials. You heard that right, 40%. We're talking notebooks, colored pencils, calculators, glue sticks, all that stuff your kids need to become the next Einstein. Or at least pass the 6th grade. But wait, there's more. Uber Eats has your lunchbox game covered too. Get discounts on string cheese, juice boxes, fresh fruit, Lunchables, all the fuel your little geniuses need to power through the day. And hey, if some of those snacks accidentally fall into your mouth, I won't tell anyone. The best part, it's all just a tap away on the Uber Eats app. No more running around like a headless chicken trying to get everything done. So make your life easier and order now on Uber Eats. Remember, get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials. Offer ends 9/16. Terms apply. See app for details.
Hello.
Oh my God, what if it's the same place?
Oh, I hope so. I hope there's.
Is there another one?
Be.
I hope they're
Now
getting.
wait, you have to go directly to this person, or are you allowed to pick up another piece of food?
If something rang, we could, but you see how.
Yeah, that's
few and far
only
between
that's happened to us once.
Yes.
Oh, this is the directions to the person who ordered barbecue and rice.
That's right.
It's only 3 minutes away.
Yep.
This person's only 3 minutes away. It feels
you'll
like they
find
could have just picked it up.
It has alleviated a lot of my guilt. Like the most obnoxious and indulgent thing I do is order Five Guys when we're at the Hansons.
Oh, yeah.
It's across the street.
Yep.
I almost have felt like when I get the food from the guy, he's got to be pissed at me. Like, come on, you lazy motherfucker. You walked almost as far to pick the food up at the end of the driveway. But this is very common. Like most of our deliveries are within a few hundred feet.
Yes.
At work. We're working from home.
You're not the only one.
See, that's exactly the kind of attitude you have that's infectious. Do you hear what you said?
Working from home, it never occurred to me.
There's a lazy bum. It's a fucking bum whose parents are giving them money, and they're sitting on their ass at home ordering food from 100 feet away.
Yeah.
And you go there working from home. That's the exact influence I need in my life.
Me too.
What do you think of this person?
I'm so embarrassed. It never occurred to me. Someone's working from home.
You think they're just waiting at home?
Yeah, I think
They're terrible.
so lazy.
Oh, wow.
I assume everyone we deliver food to is a terrible person, just like me.
When you order food, though, it's because we've both just gotten off work. We need to feed the kids. We haven't had time to do anything.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't everyone else be in the same position we're in?
Well, but this is the benefit of being a good person. So you're a good person, and then you assume everyone else is a good person. But Aaron and I identify a little bit with being lazy pieces of shit. And despite a lot of evidence otherwise, that's still kind of just my root. Like, again, if I see someone cut me off, I'm like, yeah, they're entitled and they want to get there faster than I'm going to get there because I drive like that. That's the penalty if you're a piece of shit, is you assume everyone else is a piece of shit.
Yes.
But I do think as I've liked myself more, I do give a lot more benefit of the doubt and think better thoughts about people. But like when you see someone cut you would never fly around someone on the right and try to make up a minute.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that.
No, because they could have a pregnant woman in the car. And if they're driving too slow, they could have a cake in the back for kids that they don't want to smash.
Birthday cake for a senior. For someone's 100th birthday.
Someone's final birthday.
Oh,
Final birthday.
oh my God.
They got this precarious 3-tiered cake in the back seat. They're trying to pussyfooting around the city.
Wish.
God, I hope I think of something like that next time I'm in that position.
Yeah, like someone's going 15 miles an hour in a 35, and I go,
I'd
get that cake home safe.
Birthday cake or not, motherfucker.
Put your foot on the gas. Just tell him I got fucked up on the ride because the traffic was a beatdown.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the fact that you've been able to share a life with me and I'm moving around like that is, God bless you.
But honey, I give you the benefit of the doubt. And oftentimes I'm right. You have this story about yourself that you have all these bad intentions all the time because you're a big boy. And it's just
You
not.
think that's synonymous with the...
Yeah, I do. Oh, is this the food he's coming out to you?
Oh, shit. This never happened.
Are you Andrew? Oh,
he
wonderful.
doesn't look like he's working.
Of course. Of course he's not.
Oh, Jennifer.
But you know what? Maybe he's knee deep in work. That's why he's not.
You want to meet Kristen Bell?
At home.
I did see it said Dax.
Sure. Let's do a selfie.
Don't get hit.
We're making a podcast where we deliver food.
Okay.
Hi.
You're Andrew?
I am.
Dax, nice
Do you
to
want
meet
to take a picture?
you.
Hold on, I can get out.
Yeah, let's get out and get a photo.
Okay, hold on. I gotta put my mic in my pocket.
All right, now I have to leave a good tip.
No, you don't.
you don't.
You'd leave
But just
zero
leave a
tip.
good review.
My wife is very wealthy. Take care, brother.
Have a good one.
You too.
And finally,
Of course, because you're here, you fucking bitch. Did I tell you this funny thing, Aaron, about the hotel reservation?
hold on. 70, no.
Oh!
Sorry, I accepted so fast.
Did he
that's
tip
a
you
long
$17?
No,
No.
that's another, we got another, it's on now.
Oh.
It's like this
This
sometimes
is-
when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened?
Oh, you have
we
to.
miss it?
No. You still have to put confirm.
Okay. Yeah, so did I tell you about the hotel? Because I'm taking the girls to Hawaii on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, you told me the story.
Just the three of us.
I think that girl got fired.
That's not.
So I got an email from the hotel saying, we're delighted to offer you a complimentary upgrade to a suite. And also, if you're traveling with Miss Bell, let us know if we can arrange any services for her. And so I wrote back like, oh, I'd love an upgrade if I could get a rollaway so that there's enough beds. And they were like, no problem. And they said, and any services for Miss Bell? And I said, no, she won't be joining us on this trip. And they wrote, we're so sad that she won't be joining. And I was like, they fully regret giving me this upgrade because they thought they were giving you an upgrade.
That is not true. No, more likely, they probably, because no one in their right mind can believe that a dad would watch his kids by himself without the mom there. That's much more likely.
And they might be right. Let's see how it goes.
What's this
Big
place?
order.
Oh, let's get some food for
cracking
ourselves.
now.
Oh,
Vegan breakfast burrito.
This is a big one, guys. This is 23 minutes. Let's do a question.
Okay, Mom.
Are you ready, Mom?
yep.
I'm a single mom to an incredible 17-year-old daughter, Riley. I got sober a few years ago, and it's the best thing I've ever done for myself and for her. But now I'm facing something I never really prepared for. Riley leaving home in 2 years. As proud as I am of her, the thought of an empty house after 18 years of being mom every single day is terrifying. I know I have to keep putting my sobriety first, but I'm scared of the loneliness, of not having her as my anchor, and of what my identity looks like when she's out in the world chasing her dreams. I've built a life that I love, but sometimes I feel the pull of old coping mechanisms when I think about the quiet that's coming. I have lost a lot of time with her because of my addiction. How do I prepare for the transition in a healthy way? What helped you both when facing major life shifts? And how do I keep showing up for myself so I don't fall into a place where I risk everything I've worked for?
Well, Aaron, you're the first of us in this exact situation because Wade is going away to college in 6 months, right?
Yeah, first of all, I relate with the getting sober and feeling like you lost a lot of years with your kids, and you have all this making up to do. And it sounds like she has done that successfully and hopefully has realized that it's okay, and you just have to accept it.
Yeah, you have to forgive yourself, I'd imagine.
And it seems very impossible, and I can't remember how long it took me before I did accept it, but...
Yeah. Well, in other arenas, I've witnessed you now at 5 years have the 3 years of feeling very guilty and then saying, you know what, I feel bad, but here we are, and I really can't live feeling bad now for the rest of my life. It's not what I've been working so hard to feel like, right?
Yeah, it takes such a toll on you. And then I also, Wade is going away, but and I have 2 girls still that are not yet. But I am so excited for him to live his life. I'm so excited for him to get to do anything at all that resembles. I just think of you and I at that age.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know, although we didn't go away to college.
Right. We didn't go on spring break with our mom.
We sure
Things have changed. Do you know that everyone goes on spring break with their mom now?
Yeah, I do.
You know that.
Everyone knew
my
this
sister
except us.
my sister went on spring break with Lucy and Ben.
What's your thoughts on that?
The moms are sick of freaking staying at home and doing nothing. They want to be involved too. It's not like the moms are going to parties with them. They, like, at least with my sister, she separates from them, but like she'd like a beach vacation and she's paying for it. So I think, why not?
Well, I love mom taking a beach vacation. I just don't know why it's got to be with the 18-year-old on spring break.
Seems stressful.
I just don't know how the kid has the fun they're supposed to have. It's supposed to be like a Rumspringa.
For you.
Yeah.
Well, it was for me too, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah.
It was. I remember, and I took a lot of...
Where'd you go?
South Padre Island, of course.
Tijuana.
TJ.
South Padre Island. And then we
Did you hook up? Were you?
Oh, yeah.
You did. Were you went single? You managed that correctly?
Yeah, and...
By the way.
Yeah, and I went
literally,
with all
we
the
could have been there at the same
valedictorians.
time.
Right.
I went with like the group of smart girls from my school, and we got blasted, and then and then like my rolls of disposable cameras that I put in like my, photo album book and hid at the bottom of my closet, my proof of my Rumspringa.
Yes.
My mom brought into like the mom's club at the high school the year I left for college and showed everybody.
As a warning of what happens on
As
these
a warning,
spring breaks?
maybe she thought it was funny.
Okay.
Maybe she just was going through my... I don't know. I
Rifling
was
through
furious.
my... but you were single on that trip.
Yeah, well,
Well.
I don't know if I was.
Oh, I mean,
I don't think I was.
nice.
It's regretful, but I don't think it was. You know what? Here's the way my brain works. I'm such an optimist. I wanted to answer yes.
Yeah.
Because that's the right answer.
Yes.
But if I really think about it, I don't think I was.
Yeah. Well, this is what I like about you. Everyone's got a little duality, and yours is particularly interesting because you're on the surface such a goody-goody.
Yeah.
Again, we're really opposites. I'm like presenting one way, but I'm bawling.
Yeah.
You're perfect, but might
I
have been
also
plowing on
I
spring
can't
break.
handle alcohol. So I had a little bit of alcohol and nothing else mattered.
Yeah, sure.
Frisky.
Tomorrow
Everybody
never
looked
comes when you have a little of
great.
that alcohol in you.
I have a lot of thoughts on Mallory's situation.
Yeah, tell me. I thought you would.
Well, I think about this a lot, and first of all, I can fully acknowledge that I don't suffer from certainly not the same demons as worrying about the loneliness, but I find it helpful for the way my mind works to picture the visual, how many bags do I want to carry around in life? I feel like the invisible bags of baggage of things I'm going to carry, things worrying,
Uh-huh.
And when my kids go to college, I don't want to carry around the bags full of this empty feeling. So I'm like, okay, well, how do I set them down? And I think preparing yourself by way of looking at life as a cycle has really helped me. Like a flower. A flower starts as a sprout and then it grows into a beautiful flower and then it kind of withers and then it fertilizes the other plants. I think about that a lot when I look at the girls and I'm like, oh yeah, bikini season's over for me. And that's okay.
Well, hold on.
I had a lot of bikini seasons.
You're in a lot of bikinis.
I know, but you don't understand what I'm saying, right? For me being the ingenue, that's done. I'm a mom. They think I'm gross. They call my boobs sloppy joes. You know what I mean? That's
so
the phase
kind.
I'm in where I'm getting rizzed by my maybe Riz is flirting.
That's
I'm getting
flirty. Shit on
by my kids. And that's also a phase that can be beautiful, but it's so hard for humans to be okay with going into a different phase.
Yeah.
And that's the hump. It's not what am I going to do? Just be accepting of the next phase of your life is happening. And now you're going to have to still be her rock at home when she calls home, but you are going to have to find other things to nurture if you are particularly filled up by nurturing. So volunteer somewhere, get a dog, get a cat, get a goldfish,
right.
Create a hobby so that's...
Get a male chimp.
Get a male, get a Tonka. That space is filled is kind of all you can do. Fill the space with things you've always wanted to do. Beyond that, really work to understand that everything has a cycle. Even this Chevy Bolt. She'll die one day, and I'll be so sad.
That might not
I
be
don't know.
a good comparison.
But do you know what I mean? Everything has to have a cycle. Without it, the Earth couldn't function. And it's just really hard for humans to step out of one phase into another phase. But I think when you zoom out and look at it as a macro view like that, it becomes easier.
The biggest chunk of my identity is now the father of Lincoln and Delta. It's 80% of what I think I am. So it's going to be really wild to not have a daily responsibility or commitment to them. And I do think there's going to be an enormous hole there. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to be very sad that I don't hear them in the house. I think it's going to be rough.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm also I'm a romantic. So I also have a fantasy of your and I's life completely free to go to New York for a week if we want. And to go to Europe with the Richardsons and just do what we want to do. I have a very healthy fantasy of our life, without kids too, which is a luxury of being married. But I do wonder if this is where you and I are a little different. You're not prone to that same fantasy I have, right?
Well, no, I am to a degree. I think I'm more realistic about habits and practices become yearnings if you've been doing them for long enough. We will have been nurturing for 18 years. And if it's like quitting that's like quitting drinking.
Yeah.
That's what Mallory's feeling. She's gonna have to quit drinking again because that is, you're fulfilling something for someone else. You're practicing this nurturing.
Your primary purpose goes away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if that just evaporates instantly, of course there are gonna be aftershocks. So you have to fill it with something else that allows you to scratch that itch.
Well, yeah, when I read this, the only thing I thought of as my suggestion, and she's further along than us, so I don't feel like I'm really in a position to make a suggestion, other than I think she has to develop some hobbies or, as you're saying, some volunteering, something. She has to develop some things to fill that big hole. But my main suggestion is to not wait until your daughter's left, you're feeling sad and terrible.
Yeah.
And now I'm asking you to go have an interest in something.
Right, be ahead of it.
Yes, I think like as a commitment to help is like really commit to signing up for some things before she leaves.
Yeah.
So you're just already in a habit of doing it.
That's what my first thought was reading it too, was like, she did such a good job already.
Yeah.
And I just want to hug her and say, please don't worry. Like you have done the hardest part.
Yeah.
And you did get a few of those good years back that a lot of people don't get.
I think the self-esteem can be built when you thread the line of, so you have manufactured this, you've earned this gift that you gave to your daughter. That means the gift is yours to give again. You don't have to. I'm not saying adopt a toddler and be up all night, but I'm saying a dog.
Yeah, and one other thing I'd add to Mom that she should feel good about is I don't think you can underestimate the power of modeling a comeback. And I was very lucky in that I didn't have the kind of shame maybe most people do with addiction because my dad was already an addict and had already gotten sober. Like I never felt terribly judged by my family for having this thing. And that's a huge blessing. And he had shown me the roadmap for when I finally needed to address it. I was quite familiar with it all,
I don't know if it's just me, but like the tough love steps in and talks very harshly to me. And this is what I did when I was pregnant, when I was like worried about being pregnant, about all the things. I was like, hey, you know what, Kristen? You're not the first person on the planet to ever have a baby. You're just not.
Right.
Lots of people have done this before you.
Couple billion.
And yes, it's going to be hard, but someone else has gone through it before you, which means it's possible, and that gives me hope.
Wow, look at these cool old houses.
Ooh.
These Victorian.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, are these like the sorority
This is our
houses?
first billionaire we're delivering to.
Right.
Or maybe there's sorority houses.
Campus?
Oh, what if we're delivering to a party and we get invited in?
Well,
Probably not.
we're not in that phase. I don't think they want us there.
Okay. They'd want you. They're probably watching Nobody Wants Us.
I'm an old woman. I don't think they want me.
All right. You're the hottest sex symbol on Netflix.
Yeah.
I think it's the next block.
Okay.
Yep.
I hope it's not a nude co-ed.
It's in here.
I hope
It's in here. She's right there. She's right there.
Okay.
I hope I don't get put in that situation.
I'm going to say I would love to, but my wife is in the car. There was a nude co-ed, but it's a man laying out right there.
Jacking.
No, he's chatting with a girl hanging out her window.
Oh.
What a time to be alive.
College.
Yeah, Wade. I miss it.
Look at him. Now he's calling your name.
How you doing? Really good. Well, out of context, delivering food, it's very confusing, right? And Kristen Bell's in the back seat. Are you fucking kidding?
You fucking kidding me?
Bye. Get that sun.
I'm starting to feel that old thing where I'm like, fuck.
Wait, what version? Just that
I want to be him.
Oh, yeah. That it's over. That it's all over.
It's not over. You're just in a different part of your life.
I love the part of my life.
Yeah.
But I also would love to take week-long vacations as 27.
Yeah.
Would you, or not at all?
There was too much pressure to party and have fun. And I'm too much percentage introvert to really crave or enjoy that. Like I wish that I was going on spring break with you guys. I really do, because I would love to be with you. But I am also beyond excited to come home to a quiet house and talk to nobody for the whole week after work.
Yeah, we were watching White Lotus, and there's that scene where they all go out in that town and they're doing ecstasy and getting drunk, and then they're on the boat. And that must have been a 15-minute sequence.
Yeah.
And the entire time I'm going, no, I'm going to do that again before I die. This is literally all I'm thinking about. I was like, no, I am not leaving planet Earth without another trip like that to Thailand or whatever. And as I'm in the middle of thinking all of this, Kristen goes, oh, this looks torturous. I want to be reading a book back at the
veranda.
Clear-headed.
Yeah.
Proud of every decision I make. Yeah, we were it was so indicative of us. Like, I was just off to the races of how bad I want to be walking down that street, all confused and laughing and being loud.
You know, it's too much stimulus for me.
I was feeling that same way watching it.
Were you?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
I kept telling Ruthie I wanted. I'm like,
I need a week in Thailand.
I'm like, oh, fucking love this.
I know. And
I was like, and I think I even mentioned, like, he's like my age. You can, I'll believe anything, like it's really happening. The movie, I know it's a movie, he's acting, but I'm like, oh, he's doing it. He's my age.
Okay, you ready for a moral dumbfounding, love?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Secret Affair.
This is Jonathan Haidt.
A Jonathan Haidt moral dilemma?
Yeah, his moral dumbfounding questions.
Okay.
Like a brother and sister who have sex.
Yeah.
The Secret Affair. A happily married person has a one-night stand while on a trip. They use protection, never tell their spouse, and the affair never affects their relationship in any way. The marriage remains strong and loving. Is this morally wrong?
Well, this whole thing was a trap. Trying to get you to commit on camera and say there's no problem.
I want to hear you first.
Why? Why don't you be brave?
No, I want to hear you first because I already know what I think.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I don't care if I don't ever know and it has no impact. I've said it a million times. Like, my issue with an affair would not be that you had sex with somebody. My potential issue with an affair would be you'd be distracted, you'd be overcome with guilt, it would impact how you treated me. You would not be doing all the things as my partner that I've come to love that you do. That would be my fear, not the thought that you had sex with somebody.
I think the guilt would take over hard on me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's reality, though. Versus the question.
No,
it didn't impact, but I agree.
I understand, but you're knowing that what you did.
Yeah.
I love the idea of doing it.
Yeah.
And it not
So
affecting
fun.
anything.
Yeah.
Except,
It would.
listen, I don't get stumped by many of these. I would eat a person. I would do all these crazy
Eat
things.
a dog.
Yeah, but
have sex with your
You would
sister on
not eat a dog.
vacation. Yeah, you know yourself, and you know that this is impossible. You'd be carrying the guilt, and then when you feel guilty and shame, then you act a certain way, and it would just ripple out. There's no way it could be done. That I accept.
I mean, I feel I should preface this with I didn't always feel this way.
Right.
Because when I met you, I was a very jealous person, and I was bending to the subconscious rules society had given me of television shows of like, my boyfriend cheated on me, girl, get him out of the house. No fucking way. You asked me the question of kind of a would you rather, if I slept with someone versus if I drove our kids drunk. And that put everything in perspective. I was like, if you had an affair, I feel like we could get through that.
Right.
If you drove my kids drunk,
Yeah.
you're packing up. There's
what was
no
really
circumstance in which I would allow you around the kids until I knew you were completely sober and clear-headed.
What was really interesting is we were in a big group of people and we asked a bunch of couples that question. Would you prefer your partner cheat on you or drive the kids drunk? And we were both kind of shocked that most of the people would prefer that their partner drove the kids drunk.
I don't
And we were
agree
like,
with
there's
that.
something wrong there.
I have the exact same answer as you do. The sort of splitting that would be involved of like, although, wait, what did that one say? It's a one-night stand. It never happens
protection,
again.
never happen again, has no impact on the
I
relationship.
mean, kind of, who cares?
Yeah.
To be honest, because I have the same thoughts you do. I also know we're monkeys. We're both attracted to other people. We're married. We're not dead.
Right. I'm mostly dead, but yeah, there's just about 15% still.
But I don't know that everyone has the privilege of this much confidence in their relationship.
I agree. Well, even go beyond that, I think. Like, we got to own the fact that, for the most part, I've not been left in my life. By partners, right? Either it was amicable or I broke up with somebody. And I think that's really relevant. If you have someone that's been like cheated on and then dumped and cheated on and dumped,
Yeah.
how on earth could you have this laissez-faire opinion? But I've been cheated on, but not dumped. I've had, I had an open relationship. So I had two, and after the first one, I was like, yeah, she loves me as much as she's ever loved me, and she's had sex with other dudes. Like, just the notion that somehow that would make her not love me or something, I just got to experience. It had no impact. It didn't have any impact on either relationship. Now, I'm against an open relationship for different reasons, which are, well, A, I'm an addict, so I can't manage that. I can't fuck once, and I can't. Whereas your guilt would eat you up, there'd be more right away. It'd be like if I had a drink tomorrow, I'm gonna have 1,000 drinks over the next few weeks. That's just how I'm built. But I think if you have an open relationship, unless you guys are so committed to working on your own sexual relationship, if you have other options, it's already hard to maintain your own sexual relationship. And if you have options, you just won't do it. That was definitely the poor outcome of my open relationships, is our own intimacy suffered greatly from it.
Interesting. But did you think I was going to what?
Oh, no.
Did you think I was going to disagree?
No. I just thought...
no, that was
you were
me.
like, that one's going to be hard.
Well, no, I just mean, this is unique to ask a married couple this question in front of each other. Like, you might be in a podcast somewhere else and get asked this, and you would just, whatever. But you're being asked to answer this in front of your husband.
In front of my husband, yeah.
Yeah.
But did that surprise you that I said that?
No. I've come to think that's how you think about it.
Yeah.
How would you feel, Aaron, if Ruthie cheated?
Give him higher circumstances than that. Give him more specific circumstances than that. It was a one-night stand.
She's in a gangbang with 8 dudes.
Well, that's cool.
It's a one-night stand.
I want to watch.
She's at a work thing, and there's been alcohol consumed, but
Out of town.
it wasn't. The flirtation didn't start before the alcohol. Alcohol loosened everybody up. She sleeps with someone. She wakes up and is like, I can't believe I did that because I do love Aaron. She comes home. How do you want her to handle it?
Ooh, first of all, this is the only time in my life, the only relationship in my life that I don't play that scenario out ever. Like, I am
And we're doing it to you. That's cool.
Oh, no, that's great. I am so comfortable in my relationship. It doesn't even ever cross my mind.
Same.
I know, isn't it? But can you remember, like, every other... I remember that not being the case for every other one.
Yeah.
I remember the feelings of jealousy and this and that. I mean, honestly, how do I want her to play that out? Of course, keep quiet about it, and I don't want to ever know about it.
Right.
Like that says, but I think she could tell me, and I would understand too.
Do you think that
Strangely
has to
enough.
do with who Ruthie is, or do you think that has to do with who you've become?
I think it's to who I've become. And, well, hold on.
I think it could be a combo.
I guess a combo, yeah, is the easy answer, but...
Because I just believe, as I've said in the past, I'm not liable to be jealous of a hot dude. I'm more liable to be jealous of Mike Schur because he has morals and ethics that I know are in lockstep with yours, and I can't compete with that, you know? But with that said, I so thoroughly believe and have witnessed that you love me for life. I believe that in my heart. I don't see any scenario where at any point in your life you don't love me, and vice versa. I don't think anything could prevent that.
You're right.
So I think if you feel that, everything else is a little less threatening. Well, honey, you're the most delightful guest we've had.
This is fun.
Yeah, I love you so much.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Love you, Aaron.
I love you, baby.
Okay. I'll give it to Aaron.
A little smoochy smooch.
Yeah.
Mochis.